The Sabrina Carpenter situation is concerning. I've seen some things about Sabrina Carpenter in the last couple of weeks. Um, I think this probably has something to do with her album that came out. I'm surprised I even know about the whole situation, but um, let's see what he's talking about. This video is by iCloud9, of course. Shout out to bro. So
So the Sabrina Carpenter situation is crazy again. How many times have I said that? You know how we do it. Let's get straight into the bullshit. So apparently people are mad at Sabrina Carpenter because of her new album cover, which is what I'm showing you right now on the screen. The album is called Man's Best Friend and is set to release on August 29th. Yes, August 29th. I had to check my notes. And if we look at it, I'm not gonna lie, it is very, very interesting, but at the same time, yeah, I do kind of get why people are mad. You remember when she was doing those concerts last year where she would do the sex positions, like pretending to suck meat or doing the Eiffel Tower or even actually getting quote unquote cracked on stage behind some curtains? Yeah, you remember that. Man, I do too, especially by me. But basically, it's the same thing from last year. People are just mad that she's being over-sexual. But that's not the only thing people are mad about. See, in December of last year, Sabrina went through a big breakup. And apparently the guy she was dating cheated with another LA blonde. And it apparently really shook Sabrina up. Because ever since then, she's kind of been on a men, all men are pigs type of rampage. Which in all reality is kind of natural after a big breakup. You know how we all get emotional as people. Especially if you get
it happens. It definitely happens.
Cheated on. I'm not gonna lie. Those following months, you will be on the other gender massive parade with all of your friends and your homies and your loved ones because you're hurt. And that's just what people do when they're hurt. But here's the thing that people are mad at. See, apparently this all men energy seeping into her art because in her latest single, Man Child, all throughout the song and all throughout the video, she was throwing shots at men. More specifically, talking about her relationship with men and how dirty they've done her. She constantly talks about how men act like boys a lot and how damaged men always come into her life and she takes them in and they end up fucking her over. But because she has such a loving heart and honestly she's just gullible, she keeps on letting them do it. And in the video, she actually proceeds to call men pigs with this little shot right here. I can't really play it because they will copyright my shit. And she also talks about how she needs to be more independent, she needs to be more free with her body, sexuality, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm not Anthony Fantano. I'm not gonna break it down that much. But now you're probably wondering, okay, Cloud, why are people mad? The big thing about Sabrina is that she's very open with her sexuality. I mean, for God's sake, she did sex positions in front of crowds of
I heard somebody say that Sabrina Carpenter is the white version of Sexy Red, and that might be the truest thing I ever heard.
thousands of people. I mean, she has to be kind of open to being sexual. But a lot of women have a problem with that because they think that she's pandering to men by doing that. Or pandering to the male gaze, which, duh, of course she's doing. But doing things like that makes you something called a pick-me in the women community. And I'm letting you know right now, girlies hate pick-me's with all of their...
Ain't that the truth? Females do not like women. I'm sorry. They do not like pick-me's. They do not.
Hard. I mean, look at the situation with Cooking with Kaya. That's literally the only reason why she gets hate. Women just hate that she's a pick-me and they're jealous of her. The same principle kind of applies to Sabrina. She does a lot of sex positions to get the male attention, and women don't really like that. But who cares though? She's getting money from it and she's getting popular and she's doing it for a reason. She wants to get engagement. We all know that. Here's the real issue though. See, you can't appeal to the male gaze and then say all men are pigs. That's very contradictory and people don't really like that. And a lot of people have been calling her out on that because they think it's weird as... I mean, let's read some tweets. Girl, the cover. Why are we doing things for the male gaze in 2025? For someone who keeps calling men pigs, she keeps degrading herself to appeal to the male gaze. Pretending to be this hyper-aware feminist, anti-male figure, while your entire artistic identity still revolves around seeking male approval and being desirable to them is a choice. Sabrina, men are pigs. Sabrina, spit, roast me, men. Well, darn diggity dog. People did not hold back. And in my opinion, I honestly see where they're coming from. I mean, you can't use a part of your audience to propel your career and then trash on them. And it's weird that you hate men so much, but you always do sexualize yourself. And yeah, women like looking at pretty women, but you're not doing it for the women, you're doing it for the men. Because even though a lot of men probably don't listen to Sabrina, as soon as they see her doing sex positions or dressing sexually, they're automatically gonna be tapped in because we were all thinking of her. In all reality, no matter what she tries to say, that's what she's doing all of it for. She's doing this to strike up conversation, strike up controversy, and to get men to love her body even if they don't love her music. And people are tired of the bullshit. But that's just only one side of things. Because a lot of people actually think differently about this whole situation. A good amount of people actually love what Sabrina is doing. They think that her doing this album cover isn't meant to be sexual, it's meant to be empowering. I mean, yeah, she's on her knees grabbing a man, basically signaling that she's this man's dog. But people don't really understand the true meaning behind it. See, this whole thing is satire. She's doing this because that's what men want her to do. They want her to lay down and be their dog so that they can do whatever they want. She's representing that in her art. And also, even though she is a very sexual artist, who cares? I mean, she's a grown-ass woman. I mean, she's gonna do what she wants to do. She's not harming nobody, and she's not trying to push her onto kids, so who really cares? And she's honestly being empowering to women, showing that you can be real and honest about your sexuality. You don't gotta be shameful about who you really are. And a lot of people actually love her for this, and they're in support of her. So now that you know the two sides of this, what does Cloud think? Well, in my honest opinion, I think both arguments are stupid as shit. And let me tell you why. See, one of these arguments is a very conservative argument.
Why I love this man, bro. I rock with this bro a lot, bro. Because I was thinking the exact same thing, bro. I'm like, this is kind of dumb. Like, it's like the whole conversation is just dumb. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. Why is it? I just don't.
And one is a very liberal argument. And if you can't identify which one is which, then I'm gonna be honest, you just don't be on the internet. But in my opinion, both of these sides are just going to the farthest extremes that you can possibly go. Because yeah, I understand that Sabrina's being free with her sexuality. But at the same time, she's not just doing this to be freeing of her sexuality. She's doing it for views and clicks. All of this at the end of the day is for engagement. I'm sure if Sabrina didn't have to, she wouldn't want to do that.
Like, she does not care about sending a deeper message or whatever. She's just trying to get bread. Like, she's trying to make sure that she's talked about as much as possible. Like, folks be acting like they don't know that people out here want money, bro. This is her job at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be so for real. Come on now.
This album, I mean, it is demeaning to her, and no matter how you try to spin it, it does make her look crazy. And not because it's appealing to the male gaze or is very empowering for women. I honestly think she doesn't give a fuck about either of those things. The only reason why she did this is because of what's happening right now. Arguments and discourse. See, Sabrina and her team knew that there was.
She was trying to spark up some controversy. And obviously she was successful at it because everybody's talking about it.
Be arguments and controversies over this. I mean, for God's sake, she's acting like a dog on the album cover. Who's not going to talk about this? But here's the thing. That's exactly what they want. See, their whole goal is to sell Sabrina's music. They don't care about pushing out an agenda or appealing to a certain audience. They just want to be in the media, in the news. And to do that, Sabrina has to be a popular name. It's the same reason why she was doing those Juno sex positions. I would put $1 million that Sabrina didn't want to do those positions. That shit was probably weird as fuck and awkward as fuck for her to do. But the reason why she did it is because she's probably made millions from it. She didn't care about being empowering, and she's not that freaky of a person to the public. She's just doing it because she knew niggas was gonna argue about it, and she knew it would work. And it did work because her tours, when she was on tour, she was the most popular pop artist out. And it wasn't because of how good her music was, it's because she knew how to strike up engagement. Her and her team are marketing geniuses. I don't think enough people are talking about that. Because everything she's doing is just to get attention. She's really just cloud chasing, and y'all letting her win. Because despite the narrative that she's trying to push, or that her fans are trying to make, she didn't do this album cover to be empowering. She did it because she knew it was going to get clicks, plays, and people are going to be like, what the fuck? Why is this whore heathen doing that? And in this society, all press is good press. So even though it's going to strike up controversy, it was still a very smart play to do because it would get her name in the album. Y'all let this girl fool y'all every single time. It is funny to see every single time because I'm just sitting here back here laughing. Who cares that she's being sexual? So many artists are sexual nowadays. And in my opinion, it's not even getting worse as the years go by. I think shit is actually getting I mean, I was watching Anthony Fantano's video about this topic. He brought up a very good example of how freaky these artists used to be. Like, for instance, Madonna. A lot of y'all watching this are young like me, so you don't really remember how crazy Madonna was. If you go back and do your research, nigga, she was an absolute freak. I mean, if you think Sabrina's concerts are bad, go look through some pictures of Madonna's old concerts, bro. I'm telling you, they were way worse. She literally was walking men like dogs during her performances. She also has a lot of crazy other pictures, too, if you go look through it. And music videos are wild, too. I think the wildest thing she did was have a whole sex book. Yes, you heard me right. Madonna had a sex book. See her doing all types of freaky shit. Do you understand how crazy that is for the times they were in? An equivalent of that till today is if Taylor Swift dropped the OnlyFans. And I'm not talking about one of those softcore OFs where she's only taking bikini pictures. I'm talking about she's getting thrashed on this shit. Bro, the streets would go wild if that happened. So I'm telling you, yes, Sabrina is getting wilder, but whatever she's doing, it can't be as bad as what Madonna did. And then also, for the women who are mad that she's not being empowering enough for women, I need to tell y'all something real quick. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. I promise you, Sabrina nor any other female artist really care about feminism that much. Or at least as much as y'all think they do. Yeah, they probably care about it a little bit, but I promise you, they care about selling albums way more. So if you're expecting an artist like Tate McCree to be empowering for women, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. You need to look at different role models. All she cares about is stuff in her pockets, man. I'm gonna be honest. And while yes, I do agree that it's kind of scummy for these artists to betray that they're advocating for a certain thing or a certain movement, I need y'all to understand that these artists don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. That's the true definition of selling your soul, selling your morals for money and wealth. Not actually signing a contract with the devil. I don't know who how y'all believe that. Maybe some people do. I don't know. I'm not into that shit. So expecting these artists to have the best moral compasses is just stupid. Which is why people should stop idolizing these celebrities. They don't really care about you. Now, do I think Sabrina is wrong for what she did? Honestly, I don't even think this album cover is one of the craziest things she's done. I mean, yeah, it's wild, but who really cares if she treats herself like a dog? I mean, I don't give a fuck. And maybe I'm saying that because I'm a man, because women think she's setting y'all back like 2,000-3,000 years. Hey, at the same time, she's an artist, not an advocate. So stop treating her like an advocate. And treat these people like how they actually are. Entertainers, not role models and not advisors. Yeah, I know that's easier said than done, but at the same time, when you start doing that, you stop caring about a lot of the shit they do. But besides that, that's pretty much it for the video. Follow my Twitch if you want to see me yap more. Follow my second channel if you want to see clips of me yapping daily. And go stalk my Instagram because I'll be posting fire flicks on there. Join the Discord, Sky Crew, whatever.
Yeah, shout out to bro. Great video. Yeah, I agree with him. We shouldn't be making these people role models. You feel me? We shouldn't be making these people role models. The only role models you should have are your parents, respectable adults that, you know, have qualities that you would like to instill in yourself or whoever. And if we being straight up, Jesus Christ, bro, that's the only role model you need at the end of the day. Let's be real. So, yeah, man, these people, she just, I mean, I don't know, bro. I just can't even. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I think we too freaked out, to be honest, as a society. Like, he brought up Madonna and stuff. Obviously, I don't know nothing about that. But, I mean, yeah, man, that's the Sabrina Carpenter situation. It's crazy to think that this is a girl that I used to watch on Disney Channel. But this is where we are now. So, anyways, man, shout out to bro for making this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, man, that's all I got to say on this whole situation. You feel me? It's weird, bro. At the end of the day, it is weird. Like, it's weird. Like, the fact that any of this has to even happen. Like, I don't know if she wants to do it or not. Like, you'd be surprised. I mean, just look at the whole situation going on with Diddy. This man is a freak. You know what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised with what people are okay with doing. I'm not saying she's okay with doing these things, but she is doing them. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if she's not okay with doing it, but she's doing it for the bag. You feel me? And to which case it's like, you know, it becomes more complicated because it's like, what are you willing and not willing to do for that type of money? If somebody offered you $10 million right now, what would you do and what wouldn't you do? I know a lot of people, the list of what they wouldn't do for $10 million is very short. You feel me? That's a short list. So, and the list of what they would do is long. You know what I'm saying? Some people would do anything for the money. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you know, I like to think of the verse where it says, "What good would it do you to gain the world if you sell your soul in the process?" Because at the end of the day, man, it's a price for everything. But that's just my 2 cents. Take that as you will. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure to drop a like. And let me know what you guys thought. I like the interactions I've been getting lately. You guys have been commenting on the videos. So I appreciate that. You feel me? Feel free to do so more. You feel me? Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Turn on post notifications to see everything I put out. And yeah, man, that's me. I'm out. Bye. Yeah, you know I'm the one I go